All right, I know the first thought through your mind, and that is, oh my God, he's not going to pick a master lock number 3, is he? And the answer is, I don't know. I hope so. This is my second try on this master lock. This, by the way, is a challenge lock from Lorco up in Canada. And off camera, I'm going to read his email, his letter. He says, I'm guessing most people don't bother to try to make a challenge lock out of these because the core is not as easy to remove. He says, I spent some extra effort on it. The rivets didn't turn out quite like I hoped. They're obviously not original, but they look pretty good. That bottom plate definitely not going to fall off. He says, since the core is difficult to remove, I did take a photo of the pins and I'm include it in a link below. And I'm going to cover up his address. And on the letter, you can see he's got a tape here. And he says, read below once opened or if you're just curious. And I'm curious, but I want to open it. I want to open this thing. This is probably the toughest master lock in the universe. I spent 10 minutes. I got a very minor fault set. And that's it. That is all I got out of this thing. All right. I can tell you, probably everything in here is probably serrated. That's my guess. I'm going to use a 15 thousandths, work for the bottom of the keyway. Very light tension. And let's see what we got. Get on 4. I got a very light click on 4. And I think that's it. 3 is absolutely stuck on the bottom, and I'm going to break my pick if I try anymore. So that hasn't changed. 2 is near the bottom, and number 1 is springy. So my guess is 3 is deliberately on the bottom to protect 4. So it can only be 2. This is me logicking through it. I'm about to break the pick, so I'm going to reverse the core to push 2 up a little bit, and now he's springy. Let me check 4. 4 is still okay. 3 is still on the bottom. 2 is up a little bit higher than he was before, and now 1 is binding. So this is good. I got to click on 1. Three is still stuck. Three is not going anywhere. All right, 2. There we go. I got a very deep fault set going. Oops, about to pull that tension wrench out of there. I do have a fault set deeper than I had before. It looks like 4 is giving me the slightest of counter rotations. So I'm going to lighten on the core, or on the tension rather. Try not to break my pick. And I got another click on 4. And the counter rotation seems to have stopped. Okay, 2 is back down, so lighten up on the tension. And in fact, I reversed the core, and everything's probably going to fall here. Oops. Come on. 4, a little counter rotation again. Looks like he fell back down. Got another click on him. So that's 3 clicks on 4. Very deep fault set. 1 is good. 2 seems to be good. 4 is back down. And there we go. All right. Got an open. Thank goodness. All right, what are we going to do? Well, let's take a look at the link. But I don't think there's a picture here. No, we just said a link, and I don't come up there. Man, that tape is almost as tough as the lock. All right, photo. It's just a photo. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Nobody's going to go to that, even though I'm showing it to you. I'm going to go ahead and grind these off because I think we should remove this dangerous lock from circulation. Besides that, I think it'd be more important to show you guys what kind of pins can go into a master lock that's this tough. This is, I'm not joking, I think this is the toughest master number 3 I've seen ever. So Lorco, great job. Let me grind these off and put it out on a tray. We'll take a look. All right, guys, all kinds of alien technology. I'm going to use a lighter tray to show you. Some of these won't show up good against a black background because these screws, which is mostly what these are made out of. Here we have, all these are steel screws, so obviously threaded. And then this one is really interesting. This is made from a screw, but he cut a spool out of it. Isn't that cool? Down here we have a homemade. This also is a steel pin, very, very sharp edge. Top made out of another screw. Very sharp edge, another steel pin. And then this one is a top pin. Nothing special about him. He's probably pretty stock. And then on position number 4, we have, I don't think there's anything, I think those are just scrapes. We have a screw with the head still on it. See if I can get that up there to show you. That is just awesome. And of course that edge of this little Phillips, this tiny little Phillips screw, if I can get this to focus. I think that's a Phillips, I really can't tell. Maybe that's even ground off of there. Just really nasty to grab because inside of here, first of all, inside of the core, master lock, I hope you're taking notes here. We have 3 threaded chambers, 1, 2, and 4. It looks like this one is kind of jacked up. I don't know if I did that or that was part of the building process, but that hole looks slightly elongated. I didn't put anywhere near that kind of pressure on it, so something got cut up in there at some point, maybe during the construction. And then these really cheap core, these alloy cores, but when you look in here, you're going to have to look at the top. These are all threaded, every one of them. So if I can get a light down in there, maybe you can see some threading, I hope. But anyway, all 4 of these are threaded. So the toughest, or actually this is the former toughest master lock number 3 in the universe. I gotta commend you, Lorco. This is a great effort. You kept me busy. Never thought a number 3 would keep me busy quite this long. Thanks for your effort. Everybody else, stay safe, stay legal. I'm always forgetting the most important thing. There is what the former key looked like. Sorry about that. Thanks, guys.